So what measures are being taken in India? So this is Nikshay we were discussing. Then integration with the health and the wellness centers at the primary, at the grassroots level, primary healthcare centers through Ayushman Bharat scheme. To again promote more enhanced accessibility and early detection at the primary care level. The use of technology, for example, we are using TB surveillance and patient management through technology, through digitization. So it is helping us in tracking the cases, monitoring the treatment and ensuring the adherence, because as Prerna mentioned, कि एक longer time period, there is higher gestation period and आपको जो medicines हैं वो regularly लेना बहुत ज़्यादा important in case of TB. So Nikshay platform के through we are monitoring this. Then expansion of the diagnostic facilities. For example, we have CB-NAT, CB-NAAT, which is the cartridge-based nucleic acid amplification test. So this is again a rapid molecular diagnostic facility. Then we have TrueNAT. It detects TB and the drug resistance. So these tests, these diagnostic facilities are being adhered to so as to again increase the precision and the right detection, even in terms of in the severity of the disease. Then public-private partnerships are important. So here, like the private healthcare providers, they are essential because more than 50% of TB patients in India, they are initially seeking treatment from the private sector. So patient provider support agencies, ये public private models पे run करती हैं, patient provider support agencies. And challenges, because again, India is having one of the largest, highest cases of TB, and we account for around 26% of the global TB cases. Then drug resistance, multi-drug resistance, extreme drug resistance, these are of concern. Even quality of drugs, and they also came under question. So role of CDSO is important. Then National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority is important in terms of ensuring that they remain affordable, and also ensuring that can we really make these medicines available on the part of the Jan Aushadhi Kendras, where the medicines, they are priced approximately 70 to 90% discount पे available हैं. So their network is expanding, their again presence is expanding, so they can play important role. Then apart from this, we are also seeing that there is a supply shortage also of the medicine, specifically when we are talking about TB drugs. So here जब अभी हम data की बात कर रहे थे, so we need to be in sync with the production of, or the more generic medicines production of related to the TB treatment. Then underreporting a challenge है, because so the disease is also related to social taboo also. And so that is why a huge chunk of cases go undetected, underreported. And it is believed that there are 40% of TB cases which are underreported in India. So that is why social stigma की वजह से there is reluctance also in seeking the treatment. And if there is like timely basis where treatment is also not done, then another challenge is of higher comorbidities which can develop. For example, HIV AIDS develop हो सकता है. You can again be more susceptible to diabetes because of TB. And funding and resource gap, ये भी एक challenge है. So for example, newer drugs जो हैं, अगेन एडिक्वेट सप्लाई नहीं है इंडिया में. फॉर एग्जांपल जो बेडाक्विलिन ड्रग है या डेलामिनेड ड्रग है, दीज आर फॉर टीबी ट्रीटमेंट. सो एडिक्वेट सप्लाई is also a challenge. So global TB report 2023, the TB incidence rate in India is 194 people per 1 lakh population, which is very high than the global average. And we have one successful model on the part of state of Andhra Pradesh. So they have launched a program for daily supervised treatment with digital adherence technology. So that जो default rate है on the part of intake of medicines or the medicine regime by the patients, वो timely basis पे regularly, consistently उसको follow किया जा रहा है, नहीं जा रहा. So this is even in urban slums, मुंबई में भी ये case study है. Urban slums में अलग तरीके के challenges हैं in terms of tackling this disease. So there we are seeing municipal corporation running targeted TB awareness campaign. Mobile diagnostic units are there to address this issue. So these are different measures that we are seeing. Then here, so release of again BRS leader Kavita. So Supreme Court India scathing criticism of Enforcement Directorate and CBI, which it made while granting bail to her. So Supreme Court stated so that fairness of pro pe question उठाए गए. So should come as a huge embarrassment to both the central agencies. So that is why they're the very important pillars when it comes to again delivering timely justice or even in the criminal investigation systems. So it is also believed that they are political instruments of the government to target key opposition political figures. So this is another challenge as a part of their functioning and their fair and unbiased functioning. So significant loss of credibility is the challenge which these institutions face. Where we are seeing despite the extensive investigation, they seem to have failed to find any exculpatory evidence against the main accused. Despite extensive investigation, उसके बाद भी they're not able to find proper जो evidence है which can prove the accusations or the crime. And then when talking about Ayush Ministry seems to think that promoting Ayurveda is essentially about promoting the commercial prospects of the Ayurvedic products. So ऐसा नहीं है. रूरल एरियाज में भी अगर हम बात करते हैं या उन मेडिसिन का जो अगेन उनकी अपनी एक वैल्यू है जो अगेन आई थिंक होम्योपैथी ट्रीट नहीं कर सकता है या फिर जो अगेन कॉस्ट के पार्ट पे भी या जो नेचुरल एलिमेंट है वो आयुर्वेदा को एक यूनिक या फिर एक उनका इम्पोर्टेंस क्रिएट करते हैं. सो errors of omission and commissions, they emanate from this misconception even on the part of the Ayush ministry were promoting Ayurveda products in a commercial manner. So they want to promote the commercial prospects of them so that unki sale increase ho. So authentic Ayurvedic practice seeks to make the public as self-reliant as it safely जितना possible हो सकता है. And then decision by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister to visit the United States in order to attract investments into Tamil Nadu does have some merit. But again, question ये उठते कि whether this is the best way to attract the FDI investments in a particular state. So state has value on account of its demography. State की democracy है, political stability है, demand भी है वहाँ market में उस region में. But कुछ points ऐसे हैं जो again important है which needs to be stressed. For example, industrial estates can be a boon in the development. But जब हम बात करते हैं area which is identified for an estate, for example, 10% of the land area must be set aside for the public purposes. तो कोई wetlands utilize नहीं होने चाहिए in the industrial purposes. So instead of going to US and seeking more FDI in a state, the state governance, the administration, they should focus more upon how naturally FDI can be attracted through even policy measures या ease of doing business promote कर सकते हैं या ease of compliance हम increase कर सकते हैं, better infrastructure create कर सकते हैं. So naturally we'll see FDI inflow. Then damaged smart bikes. So Greater Chennai Corporation launched the availability of eco-friendly smart bikes, but many of them are now lying idle in parking lots that are no longer functional. So ये concern भी है जब हम electric bikes की बात कर रहे हैं, even the part of like Ola Electric. So we are having concerns related to the heating up of batteries in very short time span. तो safety बहुत ज़्यादा एक बड़ा concern है यहाँ पे. So यहाँ पे we are seeing regular users, they have reported that many bikes are damaged with the rusty wheel chains. तो quality of material that is being used, अगर आपको again उनको cost भी downside पे रखना है, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि will be compromising on the quality. Low air pressure है, dysfunctional pedals हैं. So in terms of the physical infrastructure of the bicycles, ये challenge face किया गया है. So smart bike app showed only 4 cycles to be available. So larger scale पे भी अगर हम economies of scale promote कर रहे हैं तो again quality control is important. Passing the quality standards, proper testing होनी चाहिए. उसके बाद it should be released in the market. Establishing a carbon market. So here we are seeing establishment of carbon market is one of the mechanisms to again achieve India's the goal of carbon neutrality by 2070. So here we have, for example, for the industrial sectors, PAT mode, perform, achieve, and trade, and to the Indian carbon market mode will be put in place. So here we are comparing how this is functioning, PAT versus the emissions trading. तो PAT जो है वो different है और जो carbon market होगा वो different होगा, where carbon market में आप carbon emissions या जो greenhouse gases emissions है जितना आपने save किया है, आपने release नहीं किया through the economic activity of production or even providing any kind of services, that can be traded and you can also generate revenue through this. And this would be again a sustainable measure also because it will not be harming the environment. So ESG norms से better compliance भी हो सकती है through this. So we have the institutional stakeholder, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So PAT को कैसे define करें? The regulatory instrument to reduce specific energy consumption in the energy intensive industries में कैसे हम energy conservation को और सेव कर सकते हैं और इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं. सो मार्केट बेस्ड मैकेनिज्म है, तो अगेन डिमांड एंड सप्लाई इवन थ्रू कंपटीशन वी कैन से कि कॉस्ट भी कम हो सकती है. Then finance minister also underlines the fact that even from the perspective of developing countries such as India, climate change is not about equity concerns alone, but also about searching for the viable options to move away from excessive dependence on the fossil fuels. So दोनों aspect है. कार्बन मार्केट मोड में अगर हम बात करते हैं तो हेयर वी सी दैट इंटरनेशनल लीगल सिस्टम में देर आर लाइक यूरोपियन यूनियन में देर इज करंट लाइक कार्बन मार्केट जो भी फंक्शनल है. इंडिया में अगेन स्टिल इट इज इन द डेवलपमेंटल स्टेजेस. तो हेयर ड्यू डिलिजेंस ऑब्लिगेशंस होंगे, ऑब्लिगेशंस ऑफ कंडक्ट. तो आपका एक प्रॉपर जो स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर है उसका भी ये पार्ट बन पाएगा. So states are obligated to exercise their best possible efforts to mitigate climate change. So this is be again important achieving the NDC targets also, जो कि again Paris Agreement के under formulate किए गए थे. So first is to reduce emissions intensity of the GDP by 45% below the 2005 level. So Panchamrit target hai. We should know exact sense made by 2030. Then second is to achieve about 50% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel based sources by 2030. Carbon neutrality hai by 2070. So binding greenhouse gases reduction targets India के अभी नहीं है. Compared to the baseline year in pursuance of जो NDCs हैं 2015 के, it is likely that it will have its own version of the carbon market. Definitely different ही होगा इंडिया का जो carbon market version होगा, because again हम एक different position में हैं, जो challenges हम face कर रहे हैं वो different हैं. तो obviously this will be different from the European Union emissions trading system. And also जब हम बात करते हैं जो like मीथेन एमिशंस का टारगेट से इंडिया ने उसमें पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया, बिकॉज अगेन वी आर फोकसिंग अपॉन the mitigation instead of the elimination of the fossil fuels. So India has refused the mandatory emission cuts, जो कि again मीथेन एमिशन कट टारगेट्स की भी बात करते हैं. तो ड्राफ्ट ब्लूप्रिंट प्रेजेंटेड बाय ब्यूरो ऑफ एनर्जी एजेंसी इट एनविसेजेस टू मैकेनिज्म्स. तो पहले वॉलंटरी मार्केट सपोर्ट होगा बाय डोमेस्टिक प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड ऑफसेट स्कीम. दूसरा होगा कंप्लायंस मार्केट विद द मैंडेटरी पार्टिसिपेशन फॉर द रेगुलेटेड एंटिटीज. तो एक वॉलंटरी है, एक मैंडेटरी होगा. तो लेट्स सी कि इसका फाइनल फॉर्म कैसे निकल के आता है. बाकी इंटरनेशनल एनर्जी एजेंसी इज इम्पोर्टेंट रोल. सो हेयर वी आर सीइंग कि यूरोपियन यूनियन का जो टारगेट है ऑफ नेट जीरो एमिशंस इज बाय 2050. सो ये क्वेश्चंस इस साल पीटी में पूछा गया इन 2024. तो आयरन एंड स्टील प्रोडक्शन में जैसे अगेन यूरोपियन यूनियन इट इम्पोर्ट्स, तो जैसे अनदर मेजर इज द कार्बन बॉर्डर एडजस्टमेंट मैकेनिज्म जो यूरोपियन यूनियन इम्प्लीमेंट करने वाला है टू अगेन मिटिगेट द कार्बन एमिशंस, एंड दे आर वन ऑफ द मेजर इम्पोर्टर्स ऑफ स्टील ऑल्सो. तो इंडिया के स्टील एक्सपोर्ट्स पे भी इम्पैक्ट आएगा. Then Kyoto Protocol's flexibility mechanisms allowing industrialized countries to undertake the climate mitigation projects. So question यही है कि how the developed and developing countries would be contributing to this on a level playing field. तो यहाँ हमें equity की बात करनी है, quality की नहीं. जैसे हम historical responsibilities की बात करते हैं of the developed countries. So in terms of availability of credit, वो भी एक challenge. So Ukraine surprise incursion into Kursk in Russia. तो map हमारे लिए पहले बहुत ज़्यादा important है. So this is Gazprom's gas metering point seized by Ukraine. This is the point. And energy supplies will get disrupted because of this. So this is a claimed Ukrainian advance जो blue color में region है. यहाँ तक यूक्रेन अटैक कर चुका है. एंड सुत्जा इज अनदर एरिया जो लोकेशंस है, तो लोकेशंस के नेम पता होना थोड़ा एक, वी नीड टू बी फेमिलियर विद दीज नेम्स. सो रशियाज फोर्टिफिकेशंस ये हैं जो रेड लाइन हमें दिखाती है. तो दिस इज द पाइपलाइन उरेंगोय पोमेरी उजहोरोड पाइपलाइन. So 14.6 billion cubic meters of gas is supplied through this via Sudza in 2023. Around half of Russian natural gas exports to Europe happens through this particular pipeline. It is not just only limited to Ukraine and Russia. Impacts, economic impact, security impacts, geopolitical impacts would be seen in a wider region. So at least 1 lakh people have been evacuated from the border areas. So this is the Kursk Oblast region, ये वाला. So हमारे लिए एक मैप इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है. एंड देन अगेन like how will this war end और कब तक चलेगा. So since 2022 we have seen that this war has been attacked. And role of even we are seeing कि India का भी important है. We saw recently Prime Minister visited Ukraine also. So we are in the discussions, but individually India cannot bring peace or India cannot ensure कि this war comes to an end. So role of even जो proxy countries हम बोल रहे हैं कि एक तरीके से वो proxy war लड़ रहे हैं through this war. So USA की बात करें again, role of European Union भी important होगा, UN important होगा. So through diplomacy and dialogue, that is the only solution how we can bring this war to an end. Otherwise, endlessly we are seeing that attacks are happening, civilians, they are dying. No one is gaining anything. Only destruction is happening, deaths are happening, violence is happening. On the part of that, even for example, women, they are having another security or the challenges related to their safety. Food supply, energy supplies are getting disrupted all over the world. So it is leading to more inflation, more impact on the economic stability when it comes to, again, the prospects or the momentum of GDP growth in future. So it is impacting the entire world. And apart from this, attacks are also leading to more even carbon emissions, more greenhouse gases emissions, more militarization is seen, and we are seeing more defense expenditure. Center offers discussions with the unions on the labor code. So 4 labor codes are reformatory steps by the government. And here one argument that was focused was कि MSMEs को भी include करना चाहिए under the recently announced employment incentive scheme, so that we can again better leverage upon the labor intensive industries particularly, and also that would be helpful in promoting more of exports, because MSMEs have their own unique importance in terms of promoting the one district one product scheme also. So Ministry of Labor here we are seeing, and also old pension schemes. So the 10 central trade unions demand restoration of the old pension scheme, want government to convene the Indian Labour Conference. And apart from this, inputs on the ALI scheme. So these were discussed. So role of, again, the unions is very important in terms of policy formulation also and the implementation, because they're again, they're presenting the side of the society, what the society thinks about different schemes and policy measures. So Agnipath scheme की भी बात की गई. It should be scrapped and regular recruitment should be started at the earliest. So this is one other stand of the union. So redesigning the agricultural infrastructure fund to cover the farmer producer organizations. So here Union Cabinet expanded the scope of the agricultural infrastructure fund. So scheme worth rupees 1 lakh crores would be redesigned to include financial support to the FPOs to enhance their financial security, credit worthiness, and it would be more attractive now. So farm related infrastructure facilities would be created. So as we were talking about the priority sector lending, that needs to be redesigned in terms of what priorities now with the changed demand and the challenges on the part of agriculture, on the part of consumers, on the part of the market, and the different players which are involved. So ye bhi similar lines pe we are making it more realistic, more pragmatic. And for example, the AIF have helped in generating more than 8 lakh rural employment opportunities in the agriculture sector. So reformation of agriculture sector में AIF का बहुत important role है. And in this, it would be expanding the productivity, the again, making more better decision making on the part of even the farmers also, and presenting them more opportunities for development. Further transmission of the Chandipura virus possible in coming weeks, warns WHO. So Chandipura virus infection in India is considered the largest in the past 20 years. जो current outbreak हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. So this is in Ahmedabad, and so this is again related to in mosquitoes. Yeah, the authorities are making efforts to control the transmission of this Chandipura virus. Further transmission possible to in the coming weeks. So like vector populations, mosquitoes ही है ये monsoon season affected areas में, and general travel and trade restrictions based on the available information वो issue की गई है. Surveillance efforts increase किए गए हैं specifically high risk areas में, population at risk like children younger than 15 years. So they are seeing acute onset of fever and central nervous system symptoms. Then encephalitis syndrome. So acute encephalitis syndrome, इसको हम again brain fever भी बोल सकते हैं. So it is the vector. Okay, vector is sand flies, mosquitoes, and ticks. So important है हमारे लिए. Early access to care, तो role of again primary healthcare centers important हो जाएगा, and intensive support care, ICU. तो गुजरात और राजस्थान में we have seen the cases are being reported. AI will revolutionize the financial services in what way? So AI की हम applications हर एक sector में देखते हैं, हर जगह हम बोलते हैं कि ethical usage होना चाहिए. अब better efficiency और productivity कैसे enhance कर सकती है? Labor की enhance कर सकती है, labor productivity, capital output ratio और कम हो सकता है, कम capital में ज़्यादा output हो सकता है, तो efficiency increase हो जाएगी. And artificial intelligence and machine learning, या particularly अगर हम financial services की बात करते हैं, तो recently Global FinTech Fest में the RBI governor, he said कि AI algorithms को use करके they can help in fraud detection, that too in a shorter time span. So banking sector की जो health है उसको हम और strengthen कर सकते हैं, NPAs हमारे कम हो सकते हैं, loss assets जो है NPA का जो last stage होता है वो हम minimize कर सकते हैं, and even हम ML like जो machine learning models हैं उनको use कर रहे हैं credit scoring में भी, so that credit worthiness को और अच्छे तरीके से assess कर पाए, forecasting और scientific हो, so leveraging predictive analysis to assess credit worthiness. And virtual assistants की तरह भी हम AI को use कर रहे हैं, for example customer experiences या जो customer grievances हैं उनको address करने के लिए like AI chatbots हैं जो उनकी website पे भी available है. So as we are seeing, the technology is also evolving with time. So उनके application regulatory compliance, it could redefine the financial landscape. So strategy to turn the climate research into disaster management. तो climate research and development जो data हमारे पास है, and that too terrain specific होना चाहिए. Hilly states के लिए it should be different. It should be different for the coastal areas. It should be different for the plains. It should be different for the areas which are the biodiversity hotspots. एंड आइलैंड जो यूटीज है हमारी उनके लिए डिफरेंट होना चाहिए. सो जो हम क्लाइमेट रिसर्च है उसको कैसे इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं विद द पॉलिसी फॉर्मुलेशन. जब हम डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं तो नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी, लाइक हियर इट डिजर्व द लॉज इट रिसीव्स फॉर इट्स रिस्पॉन्स टू द डिजास्टर्स एंड इट हेल्प्स रिड्यूसिंग देयर मोर्टेलिटी एंड द डैमेजेस. सो रिसेंटली जो बिल भी इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था उसमें भी सॉ दैट जो SDRF है दे आर वॉलंटरी. तो अमेंडमेंट किया गया है कि स्टेट्स के लिए मैंडेटरी होगा कि आपको SDRF सेटअप करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज गिवन जो क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से वी आर सीइंग. हाँ.
Yes. Adding on to this, when we talk about the NDMA का role, तो उसमें specifically जो उनका scientific integration है, that becomes very important to manage, and also the way the technologies that they possess, इसीलिए they become very much significant here. जैसे कि वायनाड में भी जो लैंडस्लाइड एक्सेट्रा हुई थी, तो प्रॉपर एक इन्वायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट करना इट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ताकि बेटर डिसीजन मेकिंग हो सके ऑफ द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एक्सेट्रा. And further, when we talk about the climate services, so they translate forecast into support for decision making. तो जो ये uptake है इस information का, that also needs to be location और sector specific. जैसे हम बोलते हैं hyper localized data, तो that becomes very important here. और फर्दर अर्बन फ्लड्स प्रिडिक्शन, फ्लड में अगर हम बात करते हैं तो मेनली इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स, जैसे कि ड्रॉट एक्सेट्रा, तो इसका पहले से अवेयर होना दैट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इसीलिए IMD एंड सच इंस्टीट्यूशंस, इवन इसरो, collaboration with ISRO, that can help in early prediction so that later on it can be managed. And even in irrigation, as we read, कि कैसे even related to agriculture, these climatic predictions they can help to navigate what sources are required.
ओके, सो नेक्स्ट माइक्रोप्लास्टिक्स का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इंडियन पर्सनल केयर प्रोडक्ट में बहुत ज्यादा है. तो माइक्रोप्लास्टिक्स आर द प्लास्टिक पार्टिकल्स अंडर 5 mm in size, 5 millimeters. Microbeads, they have diameter under 5 mm. So that's how we can define it. And 45 samples को assess किया गया. For example, shower gels, body scrubs. So their presence is being found. And green washing की बात की गई तो हम green washing जब लिखते हैं तो क्या तरीके हैं, like labeling the products as organic, natural उनको लेबल करना, eco friendly उनको लेबल करना. तो ये green washing techniques हैं. So for example, you are intending कि they are safer for consumption, but true sense में they are not so. So this is one thing. And
So here even packaging that can be targeted कि कैसी packaging हो रही है, because that is the major source of transfer. And also disposal जो industrial discharge etc होता है, जिससे environment में भी the microplastic they spread.
लिखा हुआ 23% जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं दे कंटेन सेल्यूलोज माइक्रोबीड्स, एंड इन द ह्यूमंस वी कैन नॉट डाइजेस्ट सेल्यूलोज, सो इट बिकम्स हार्मफुल फॉर आवर बॉडी. एंड दे आर लाइक उनकी जो बायोडिग्रेडेबिलिटी है दैट इज ऑल्सो अनक्लियर. सो अगेन बायो एक्यूमुलेशन, बायो मैग्निफिकेशन के रिस्क और इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. Then 30 grams of each kind of product, researchers found this much amount of microbeads, face wash or body scrubs or shower gels, तो ये सब है. And so we can say कि like it is a type of again a bioplastic जो मिला है. पॉली क्या है क्लियर नहीं है. पॉलीकैप्रोलैक्टोन, हाँ, दिस इज अ बायोप्लास्टिक एंड टेस्टेड सैंपल इसकी प्रेजेंस पे मिली है. सो फार्मास्यूटिकल्स एज अ कैरियर इसको यूज किया जाता है इन ड्रग्स. सो अगेन इसको एंटी एजिंग के लिए, एंटी बैक्टीरियल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स के लिए यूज किया गया है. सो इवन जो एक्वाटिक बायोटा है उसके ऊपर भी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट आएगा, क्योंकि अगेन बायो एक्यूमुलेशन होगा, यूट्रोफिकेशन और ज्यादा होगा. तो अगेन फूड चेन का एक ये पार्ट,
Biomagnification
हाँ,
also.
इनहेरेंट
Yes.
पार्ट बन जाएगा. सो
And initiatives में mainly बात करें तो the pact on microplastic 2021 में it was there. And फिर EU के proposals की बात करते हैं on microplastics, और urban waste water agreement
हाँ, तो
2024 में ही हुआ था ये.
सॉल्यूशन क्या है, तो जैसे बाकी कंट्रीज में उन्होंने ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स को बैन कर दिया है कम्प्लीटली जहाँ पे माइक्रोब्रीड्स प्रेजेंस मिली है. तो इंडिया के केस में भी ये सिमिलर चीज होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज वी आर सीइंग कि जो FMCG गुड्स है फास्ट मूविंग कंज्यूमर गुड्स, उनका अगेन बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेंशन, बहुत ज्यादा कंजम्पशन हो रहा है, सो स्ट्रिक्ट रेगुलेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दैट. So e-auction proposal for the 730 FM channels, 234 cities में approve किए गए हैं by the Union Cabinet under the private FM radio phase 3 policy. So new cities would be covered, estimated serve price would be 784 crore rupees, Union Information and Broadcasting Ministry. So 100 days program का part है. And efforts to hold e-auctions transparent manner में, तो for example जो far flung areas है, for like Naxal affected areas है, left wing extremist affected areas हैं, और rural areas हैं, aspirational districts का ये part है, तो demand for private FM radio would be fulfilled. And यहाँ पे भी particularly local languages would be promoted through this radio. जो conversation होगी local language में होगी, लोगों को और अच्छी तरीके से समझ में आएगा what are the current happenings, how things are changing. Even policy understanding में जो schemes हैं उनको वो अच्छी तरीके से समझ पाएंगे in the local language. So they will be better updated and they can again take the benefit of different schemes which are there. So enhancing the local content, creating employment opportunities भी होगा because radio stations open up होंगे. Strengthening the governance, the good governance हम बोल सकते हैं, जैसे maximum governance and minimum government outreach. So यहाँ पे भी हम गुड गवर्नेंस की बात कर रहे हैं. रिफॉर्म, परफॉर्म, ट्रांसफॉर्म एंड इन्फॉर्म प्राइम मिनिस्टर टू काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स. सो दिस इज द अप्रोच. यही अप्रोच हम अपनी डेली लाइफ में फॉलो कर रहे हैं. वी आर रिफॉर्मिंग ऑन टू आर अगेन पर्सनैलिटीज, जैसे हम पहले अगेन प्रैक्टिस करते थे. सो वी आर मोल्डिंग अ पर्सनैलिटी, वी आर परफॉर्मिंग देन, एंड देन हम ट्रांसफॉर्म हो रहे हैं ग्रेजुअली. how the things are changing, जो भी challenges, जो भी weaker areas, we are transforming them into more stronger areas, and then we are informing also. We need to be better informed how we are performing, what more needs to be done. So similarly larger scale पे policy formulation में भी जब हम executive की बात करते हैं तो वहां पे भी ये similar चीज, similar approach needs to be adhered to. Difficult है but again possible भी है. So यहाँ पे जैसे प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना है, so completed 10 years. So Prime Minister has asked the officials to celebrate the achievements. Achievements को celebrate भी करना चाहिए. तो आपको एक sense of fulfillment आता है, आपको एक again satisfaction मिलता है. Apart from this, जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं, और यहाँ पे capacity building programs रन किए गए. 100-day agenda. एजेंडा क्या है आपका? पूरा लाइक प्रॉपर प्लानिंग होनी चाहिए. एस्पिरेशन डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रोग्राम है, ब्लॉक प्रोग्राम है, एक पेड़ माँ के नाम कैंपेन. So effective policy formulation में role play, bureaucracy का role भी इसी तरीके से important. They should not shy away from initiating the structural reforms in their respective ministries. कोई जो डेली लाइफ में हम बात करते हैं, 10 years of जनधन, हमने कल भी इसके बारे में बात करी. जैम ट्रिनिटी and प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना, transformative impact on financial inclusion, reducing the social inequality and availability of banking services in the last mile. Progress of the scheme की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं तो 53 crore accounts have been opened up. More than half of the billion bank accounts have fueled demand for banking services और increase हुई हैं. Point of sales increase हुई हैं. Second, roll out of the payment solutions जैसे UPI, रुपे कार्ड्स, उनका यूसेज और increase हुआ है. And जिसने again हमारे DPI को और strengthen किया है. वर्ल्ड बैंक का फिंडेक्स डेटाबेस है, 78% of Indian adults they had the bank accounts. Then जो habit of saving that has improved. And then Jandhan accounts, they have become bedrock of the government's DBT scheme, direct benefit transfer in your bank accounts. So even in terms of fiscal prudence, even in terms of plugging the leakages specifically financially, it has saved government revenue also. Reallocation of resources in a better manner, वो achieve हम कर पाए. Then stars ready to shine in Paris, तो Para Olympics की बात हो रही है in Paris. So we can learn from these different personalities how despite challenges, हम अगर अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स की बात करते तो इनके सामने कुछ भी नहीं है. तो इनका जो जोश है, इनका डिटर्मिनेशन, इनका जो जुनून है, ये इसी तरीके का जुनून हमारे अंदर भी होना चाहिए. एंड फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम देख रहे हैं कि मेन हाई जंप में मरियप्पन थंगवेलु, सो ही इज अ 2-time पैरा ओलंपिक मेडलिस्ट. गोल्ड उन्होंने जीता रियो 2016 में. एंड वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप्स भी उन्होंने जीती, वहां पे भी उन्होंने गोल्ड मेडल जीता. So we can remember the name Avni Likhara. She's in shooting, and even she won a medal. Before Manu Bhaker in Paris, there was Avni Likhara in Tokyo. So sensational. So उनकी spirit से हमें सीखना चाहिए. शीतल देवी archery, then Krishnanagar badminton, Manisha Ramdas badminton, a woman singles under 5, Bhavani Patel women singles, and Sumit Antal men javelin throw. One of the stories of Indian sport in recent times. So recently we saw he came to the limelight and record-breaking throws in Tokyo. So he's won gold medals in world championships. So दिखा रहे हैं उनकी spirit कितनी strong है, उनका जो brain है वो उनको drive नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो अपने brain को drive कर रहे हैं. So India's only flag bearer at the opening ceremony, but also the flag bearer for India's para athletes program. So that's all for the day. Thank you so much for joining us on Ansarkari. Stay tuned for further detailed and healthy discussions for us and with us in future.